Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and gives this video a thumbs up. Grant Ellis, the protagonist of The Bachelor Season 29, hasn't been the most entertaining lead, and there are some clear clues that, despite his best efforts, he'll wind up alone at the conclusion of the season. Grant, who first featured as one of the hopefuls vying for Jen Tran's heart on The Bachelorette Season 21, has struggled terribly in his own season of the show. After becoming a fan favorite throughout the Bachelorette season, Grant's Bachelor lead role was announced in a hurry as the brand faced widespread criticism for its horrible treatment of Jen throughout the season. Grant was one of Jen's most intriguing candidates for The Bachelor, but with just a few cast members interested in returning to the show, the producers didn't have many options. Throughout The Bachelorette Season 21, viewers struggled to accept the number of men that were blatantly indifferent in Jen romantically. Grant, being one of the genuine guys on the group, piqued the curiosity of fans and eventually found himself in a position to take on the lead in his own season. As his season neared, Grant's presence in Bachelor Nation rose. Throughout the season's build-up, ABC and The Bachelor positioned Grant as one of the most emotionally mature Bachelor protagonists in years. As a former professional basketball player and a man in his 30s, Grant's appeal as a Bachelor lead increased significantly since he appeared to be more emotionally mature than other leads in recent years. While there were significant warning flags in Jen's season, Grant still appeared to be the greatest fit for the starring role. While Grant and Jen's relationship was brief, Bachelor Nation recognized that his emotional maturity and self-awareness may lead to a successful season. Unfortunately, Grant's season has not gone without a hitch. While there has been tension among the Bachelor Season 29 cast members, Grant's performance as the lead has left much to be desired. As a lead, Grant appeared to unearth more trauma in himself than he was aware of before. While he's been going through some difficulties, his relationships haven't progressed in a way that appears promising enough to result in an engagement. Grant's appearance on the recent Women Tell All special episode of The Bachelor Season 29 sparked worry among Bachelor Nation. While the Women Tell All episode is generally used for the eliminated women to reflect on their experiences on the program and find closure with the lead when their relationships end, this season's special appeared to shift focus to the drama. Though the season's drama is routinely highlighted during the special, it received far more attention than normal, putting Grant in an uncomfortable situation when he was called out to speak about the experience. Grant appeared to be downcast throughout the Women Tell All show. Though he definitely tried to improve his mood for the chats he was having with the women and did his best to provide knowledge and closure, it was clear that his energy was low. Grant did not appear to be in a good mood during his encounters with the ousted contestants and host Jesse Palmer. While he could have simply been apprehensive about the experience, Grant made it appear as if he could be on his own. Throughout The Bachelor Season 29, Grant struggled with the show's drama. Despite knowing that he would be entering a season of The Bachelor after a season of The Bachelorette, which should have prepared him for the drama in general, he did not appear to be prepared for the kind of turmoil he encountered. Throughout Grant's season, the competitors were challenging and struggled to navigate the Bachelor process without causing significant controversy. Though the show flourishes when the participants are involved in drama, it made little place for Grant. As far as Bachelor leads go, Grant doesn't appear to be interested in drama in any manner, and it was evident early on that he didn't want to invest in his cast's turmoil. Despite knowing that the program works better in the early weeks when there is tension amongst the candidates, Grant made it clear from the start that he was not going to deal with the drama between the women in his season. Unfortunately, this isolated Grant and made it more difficult for him to connect with the rest of the group. Throughout the season, it became evident that Grant would have a difficult time making connections in general. Grant was emotionally secure and mature, but he had a lot going on in his personal life that he knew he needed to work through in order to be a better version of himself. Having said that, Grant was quite honest and vulnerable with the ladies he connected with. Unfortunately, he hasn't made strong enough connections with anyone in his final three to indicate that he intends to form a long-term relationship. Grant's final three ladies are Juliana Pasquarosa, Zoe McGrady, and Liz Shagar, all of whom he has connected with in some way this season. Though he did not have the opportunity to go on a one-on-one date with Zoe prior to hometowns, he has spent time with all three of the ladies at this stage in the season, and I honestly don't see him finding a lifetime of love with any of them. While he has made connections with them that could lead to a relationship, none of them are strong enough. Although Grant was chosen as the Bachelor because he was open to love and looking for a relationship, I don't believe his heart is as open as he thinks. Grant's emotional moments are often shallow. Now, I don't believe this is Grant's fault. More often than not, I believe the level of emotional vulnerability necessary to be the Bachelor or the Bachelorette is greater than the lead's capacity to provide. Grant was open enough to be a Bachelorette contestant, but being the lead elevates things to a new level. Although Grant is aware that he is open and emotionally available for a traditional relationship, being open and emotionally available for a relationship that has barely begun before morphing into an extremely public engagement is a different story. I believe Grant was overwhelmed early on by the prospect of being the Bachelor and needing to take his relationship seriously enough to commit to one by the conclusion of the season. Regardless of his desire to fall in love, I believe Grant has either purposefully or unintentionally cut himself off to finding love as the Bachelor in such a short period of time. Although Grant has addressed many of the events in his life, I believe it is apparent that his trauma has forced him to deal with a lot of unexpected baggage. Growing up with an addicted parent is difficult, and Grant had to overcome many obstacles to guarantee that he could thrive in life without the added strain of coping with his father's troubles. While Grant appears to have moved on from his problems, the task of untangling a tough childhood never ends, even as people age and gain wisdom. Though Grant has previously found himself in great partnerships, it is apparent that he still needs to work on himself. Grant's stint on The Bachelor has led him to believe that he is emotionally open and vulnerable, when in reality, he may be more closed off than he realizes. Bringing his baggage into the program, Grant may have struggled to form meaningful or long-term connections as a result of his prior troubles, especially given that he has been restoring his relationship with his father. He may simply have too much to work through. Although the Bachelor franchise frequently requires its leads to remain silent about their lives after the show until it concludes, the show's leads are usually allowed to hint at their happiness after the show. Throughout The Bachelor Season 29, Grant has been unable to discuss what occurs at the end of his season. Though this is understandable, Grant has not teased a happy ending or stated that he is happy at all following the show's conclusion. While he may be simply wanting to protect the outcome, I believe Grant is concealing something more challenging. Given Grant's lack of emotional vulnerability throughout the season and his appearance on Women Tell All, it is likely that Grant will wind up alone following the Bachelor Season 29 finale. Though I'd like to see Grant happy and in love, based on what he said about his Bachelor experience, his current situation, and what I've seen on TV, there doesn't appear to be a light or spark there for Grant. After a disappointing season, I'm hoping The Bachelor ends well for Grant, but I anticipate a difficult, maybe sadder ending than normal. If he were truly passionate about becoming the Golden Bachelor, he likely would have used his moment with the producer to push for that opportunity instead of inquiring about an acting gig. It is also important to consider the perception of the Golden Bachelor audience. Viewers tune in to watch a sincere love story unfold, and if they sense that the lead is more interested in fame than in finding a partner, it could undermine the credibility of the show. Guy's decision to pursue acting so soon after the Golden Bachelorette finale might raise concerns among producers and viewers about his true intentions. Ultimately, Guy's journey is a testament to the endless possibilities that life offers, even after retirement. His willingness to step out of his comfort zone and try new things is commendable. Thanks for watching. If you likes this video, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and do not miss any update.